Hello students, how are you feeling today? So for today's lesson, we are going to do all listening tasks from module 8. So you can go to page 115, 120 and 121 of your textbook. There are two learning objectives today. The first one is listening skill 1.1.6, where you need to understand independently longer simple narratives on a wide range of familiar topics by matching 5 statements with one speaker each correctly. The next one is listening skill 1.1.3, where you need to recognize independently attitudes or opinions in extended text on a wide range of familiar topics by choosing 11 correct answers. So, are you ready? Let's head into our lesson.
Listen. Listen to 5 people talking about clothes and appearance and match the speakers 1 to 5 with the statements A to F. There is one extra statement which you do not need to use. Speaker 1.
2 weeks ago, I went shopping with my sister. She wanted to buy a pair of jeans and I needed a new dress for the end of school party. I usually borrow something from her, but this year I really wanted to make a fashion statement. We spent ages looking around until we settled on 2 dresses, a black one and a red one. My sister was insisting that I buy the red one, but I wasn't so sure. Anyway, luckily for me, I chose the black one, because at the party there were about 6 girls all wearing the same red dress. They felt silly, and I looked great.
Speaker 2.
I was out clothes shopping with my brother last Saturday when he suddenly decided his hair was too long. So, we popped into a hairdresser's and he got the shortest haircut you have ever seen. Something close to a buzz cut. But to be honest, he looked pretty cool. Then I had a flash of madness and wanted to do the same. But just at the last minute, I changed my mind. I think you need to be really slim to look good with that kind of haircut. Anyway, when we got home, my brother had to listen to a whole evening of my parents shouting at him about how silly he was to get such a short haircut. Thankfully, it was only him they were shouting at.
Speaker 3.
I'd sort of realised I had a problem a few months ago. I bought a pair of jeans, but I had to buy them a size bigger than usual because they didn't fit. Then, a few weeks later, I tried the same jeans on and they were really tight again. There was only one answer for it. I stopped eating cakes and sweets and drinking all those soft drinks which are full of sugar. I even started using my brother's treadmill. Within a few weeks, I could easily fit into those jeans, but I didn't stop there. I lost lots of weight, and now I look and feel like a new person. I recommend it to everyone.
Speaker 4. I like to keep up with the trends and some people say I'm a fashion victim. I change my hairstyle a lot and if something isn't in fashion, I never wear it. My mum shouts at me because I spend all my money on clothes, but that's what I'm passionate about. What can I do? The only time I did go a bit too far was when I saw my favourite pop star wearing a blue outfit. She looked so cool. So, the next day I went shopping and got loads of items that were blue. I have to admit that it was a bit silly because most of the things stayed in my wardrobe, never to see the light of day. Speaker 5.
I've never been interested in fashion. I usually wear casual clothes, tracksuits, t-shirts, that sort of thing. And just because there was a school party coming up, why should I change? But my friend is the opposite of me, and he suggested I improve my image, just for one evening. I tried to argue with him, but it was hopeless. In the end, he offered to lend me one of his trendy shirts, so I accepted. I had a really great time at the party, but I don't think it had anything to do with the shirt. My friend rang me up a month later and told me to keep the shirt, since I liked it so much. But in reality, I'd forgotten all about it. It was under a pile of clothes in my room somewhere.
As usual, guys, if you think you need to redo this task, you can press pause and rewind this video. Now let's do the next task.
Listen to a conversation between a man and a woman, Glen and Jane, at an art gallery and read the statements. Write T for true or F for false.
So, did you like that last work of art?
Work of art? You call the lights going on and off in an empty room art?
Didn't it make you feel differently about the world?
What? The only thing it made me feel like was a fool for buying a ticket to this place. I could have been doing something much more exciting.
Come on, you enjoyed the paintings in the first room.
Some of them are okay, I suppose, but the rest of these, what did you call them?
Installation art.
Yeah, I just can't see the point.
I think you have to be very intelligent to think of all of these ideas. I wish I had that much creativity.
Now, let's take this painting here. What is it? It's just a curly fuchsia line on a red background. I could have made that.
You used to be good at art in secondary school, I remember. What happened?
Nothing, really. I just got bored of it. I didn't want to study art like you did.
I'm surprised I didn't give up on art in my final year at school. Did you ever have Mr. McManus for art?
No, but I heard he was pretty strict.
He shouted at me once so much that he made me cry. If only I hadn't dropped those paints.
Poor you. Is that why you never turned into a famous artist, do you think?
Perhaps.
Hey, look at that tiny colourful picture over there. How much is it worth?
I think that one was bought in an auction last month, actually, for about €1 million.
What? Then maybe you're right. These artists must be very clever if they can get people to pay silly amounts of money for any old rubbish.
You're right. That is a bit too much. But you can't call everything rubbish. Come on, let's go and get some lunch.
Not yet. What about the gift shop?
But you never buy anything.
I know, but I'd like to have a look.
OK, it's my dad's birthday soon. I'll get him a poster or something.
Yeah, he'll like that.
As usual, if you think you need to listen to the audio again, you can press pause and rewind this video. But if you're not, then you're good to go. Let's go to the next task.
You will hear people talking in 5 different situations. For questions 1 to 5, choose the picture which answers the question correctly. 1.
We've been walking around the city all afternoon. Where's this famous statue of the king?
It must be around here somewhere. I wish we hadn't forgotten our guidebook.
Maybe that's it over there. Let's go and have a closer look.
Don't statues of kings usually show them on horses or something? You know, running off into battle.
Maybe this king didn't like horses. Here we are. What does it say?
Well, it's not the king. It's a famous scientist.
I think that's the Science Museum over there. So it makes sense to have him standing nearby.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we off to next? 2.
What do you think of this sculpture?
Ooh, that is lovely, isn't it?
Yes, I really like the colours.
Me too. It makes you feel like you're in a garden, don't you think?
Definitely. And it wouldn't be the same if it were in a gallery.
No, I don't think it would be as powerful.
I just hope people don't ruin it by spraying graffiti on it or something.
Yes, this is quite a busy street. They should have put it in the park or something.
Perhaps, yes.
3. Here, check out these photographs from my trip to New York.
Wow, they're really nice. You're very talented.
My sister took them. She's the photographer in the family.
Is that the Empire State Building?
Yep, and that is the MoMA,
The what?
the Museum of Modern Art. It's full of amazing paintings by famous artists.
I'd love to go there.
You'd really like it. Hey, would you like a biscuit?
Sure, that's a nice bowl. Did you get it in New York?
No, I made it. I took a course last summer and we made loads of interesting things out of clay.
Really? I love the colours and patterns you've made. Well done.
Thanks. 4.
Hey, Sue, what do you think of my picture?
Wow, that's really good. I didn't know you were an artist.
Well,
Have you been on a course or something?
not exactly.
I used to do pencil sketches and drawings at school, but I always found painting too difficult. What did you use on this? Watercolours or oil paints?
Neither.
What then?
I can't lie to you. I scanned an old photograph and edited it with some new software I bought. It took about 10 seconds.
You cheat! Still, it looks very good.
I know. I'm going to try and work on some other pictures.
5. So, what do you think of my new room?
Pretty cool. I love the turquoise chair. Where did you get it?
From a shop on the high street. It came in loads of colours. Red, green, black.
I think you made the right choice. But you need some curtains in here.
Yeah, they had some nice ones in the same shop, but they were beige.
Beige? I don't think so. They won't match the rest of your room.
I'm going to paint my walls light blue, I think.
That's a nice idea. So you need blue curtains.
I could get turquoise ones to match my chair, but I like dark curtains, really.
Navy blue's a nice colour.
Oh, yes. Then they would match my new rug. Look.
That's decided then. Now, what about some new posters?
Okay, there you go. If you think you need to rewind the audio and listen to the audio again, you can do so. But if you think you're good to go, then you can straight away transfer your answer in your E2. Okay, just write down the answer. For example, for this task, speaker 1 equals to C. If I had taken someone's advice, blah, 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 just copy this answer. And then for this one, write down the page number and then write down the sentence, and then the next to it, write down the answer, true or false. Same like this one, write down the question and then write down the answer, the alphabet only. And don't forget to include the date, title, and the instruction. Alright, that is all for today's lesson. Thank you for your participation. If you have any question, don't be shy to ask me. Bye-bye. Take care.